Make the ground shake.
Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Gummy, and today we're back once again for another Minecraft build tutorial, continuing with the theme of Five Nights at Freddy's. Today we're going to be doing Fazbear Frights from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So again, this is kind of like the haunted house-esque building, a very, very creepy one indeed. But this one in particular is designed by Satori with assistance from SomethingExtra. So again, their information will be down in the description below. At the start of the video, I thought I'd do a little walk around the building. As you can see, it is drastically bigger and much more in-depth and detailed than some of the other builds we've been doing recently. So really stepping up with the designs and making them as great as possible. What I want to hear from everyone down in the comment section below is after this build what you want to see next, whether you want to see FNAF 2 or some of the later ones in the series. Again, please do let us know. We've been working super hard on all the different designs. But again, I'm playing some background footage of walking around the build. Hopefully you can get a perspective for the scale and all the detail. Of course, because of this, it's going to be split up into various parts, at least the videos. So in today's video, part 1, we're going to be focusing exclusively on the exterior structure of the building, aka the main outer walls. It is quite a task, it does take quite a long time, so hence the video. And then in part 2, 3 and potentially even 4 in the future, we're going to be looking at the exterior, so the parking lot, the front patio, all that good stuff, as well as the interior walls, the structure, everything you can see on screen, and the various details in and around the build. But again, I really do hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please consider leaving a like on your way out. And without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Before we jump into building, I want to give a quick mention to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people such as yourselves on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and much, much more. You can explore new skills, deepen your existing passions, and get lost in creativity. I personally have been looking at the Fundamentals of Photo Editing course. This is a course by Justin Bridges, and it looks at the basic kind of beginner level of fixing photos, working with color, the lights, and shadows. And again, I'm really, really excited to see the impact it has on my photo editing ability in the future. Now, if you've got various interests, say film and video, there's a video on a budget course by Christopher Rhodes. If you're interested in graphic design, the Graphic Design Basics, Core Principles of Visual Design, a course by Ellen Lupton may be the one for you. If you're interested in web development, building websites, there is a course called Hand Coding Your First Website, and it features HTML and CSS basics, and it's a course again by Rich Armstrong. There's thousands of courses, as we discussed before, covering a wide range of topics, and the best part is it's curated specifically for learning. That means there's no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. A Skillshare membership is less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. However, just to make it even better, there's going to be a link in the description. The first 1,000 of you to click the link will get a free trial of the premium membership, so you'll have the opportunity to explore your creativity and find a course that interests you. Now, of course, with it being the holiday season, you might have a little bit more time to develop some new skills, but also you might not know exactly what to get someone. So why not make them the perfect handmade gift by finding an online course for something that's interesting, put it together, and of course, give a gift that means more. So once again, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and let's jump straight into building. Okay, so to start off the tutorial, we're going to list off the blocks you'll need to build this. So you'll need cyan terracotta, light grey concrete powder, black stained glass, black concrete, polished andesite, polished diorite, light grey concrete, stone, stone bricks, wooden trapdoors, iron trapdoors, white stained glass, nether brick, red wool, red concrete, spruce planks, dark oak planks, acacia logs, stone brick stairs, dark oak stairs, nether brick stairs, spruce wood stairs, stone brick slabs, spruce wood slabs, dark oak slabs, stone slabs, nether brick slabs, dark oak fences, spruce fence gate, nether brick fence, cobblestone wall, iron bars, anvils, and both wooden and stone buttons. So feel free to grab them blocks into your inventory, and then we'll get straight into building. Okay, so let's jump straight into building. As you can see, I found a nice open empty space. You will need a lot of space for this build. It is a big build, so again, make sure you have ample room around you and you're not in a kind of little tight constrained area. What we're going to do is we're going to start out by marking the front side of the build. We're then going to work our way around the right side, wrap around the rear side, back to the left, and then back to where we started. So that's going to be the general strategy. There's going to be parts that are repetitive, and therefore I will skip in the video, just to ensure you guys are not bored and having to wait around watching me build the exact same thing over and over again. So that's the plan, and without further ado, let's jump into building. So we're going to start off by grabbing ourselves our light grey concrete powder. We're going to place 2 light grey concrete powder, go backwards, and then 6 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 block forwards, 2 to the right. Behind the original block, we're going to place 1 light grey concrete powder, and then we're going to build up using 7 cyan terracotta. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're going to do the exact same behind the second light grey concrete powder on the right side. So again, we place a light grey concrete powder, and then we're going to build up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, essentially, this is the window frame for the front left window. Above this, what we're going to do is we're going to place a row of light grey concrete linking left side to right side. We're then going to place a row of polished diorite and a row of cyan terracotta to cap it off. If you back up, it ends up looking something like this. So again, the cyan terracotta is 7 blocks tall, 1 layer of light grey, 1 layer of polished diorite, and 1 layer of cyan terracotta. What we're next going to do is we are going to start off on the left side. We're going to build up 2 in front using our cyan terracotta. We're going to swap out the blocks a little bit, and we're going to grab our stone bricks and our nether brick fence. We're going to place on the third block a stone brick stair facing forwards with a nether brick fence. On top of this, a upside down stone brick stair, and then 2 cyan terracotta. What we're then going to do is repeat this on the right side. So again, 2 cyan terracotta, followed by a forward-facing stair, a nether brick fence, an upside-down forward-facing stair, 2 cyan terracotta, and what we're then going to do is everything we built previously will extend forwards 1 layer, so that's the light grey concrete, the polished diorite, and the cyan terracotta. So again, if I back up, this is what the window frame looks like so far. What we're now going to do is actually turn it into a window. We're going to start off with the detailing. So for the details, we are going to grab ourselves our dark oak stairs and our dark oak slabs. We're going to start off on the left side on top of this grey or light grey concrete powder by placing, and we'll also grab a dark oak plank as well, just to make life easier. 1 dark oak plank, 2 stairs, 1 plank, 2 stairs, and 1 plank. On top of this, we're going to place a row of solid slabs, and it's going to end up, if you don't butcher it like I have done there, looking something like this. So again, that's 7 blocks wide. Behind the slabs, we're going to place a row of 7 cyan terracotta. So again, that's 7 cyan terracotta, and that's going to be the row behind the slabs, and it ends up looking like so. Next, what we're going to do is behind the cyan terracotta that we placed previously, we'll place another row. We'll just extend it 1 block backwards. And the reason behind this is just there's no gaps at the edges. We're then going to grab ourselves our stone brick stairs and also our stone brick blocks. We're going to start off on the left side on top of the cyan terracotta here by placing an upside down stone brick stair facing forwards, 1 stone brick, an upside down stone brick stair, 1 stone brick stair, brick, and stair. So again, it's that kind of continuous pattern. On the left side, what we're then going to do is grab ourselves our stone, so our standard stone block, and we're going to build up 1, 2, 3 on the left, and 1, 2, and 3 on the right. We're then going to cap it off at the top by placing a solid layer all the way across, and what we're then going to do is grabbing ourselves our stone brick stairs. In front of that layer of stone, we're going to place a row of 7 upside down stone brick stairs, and it ends up looking like this. Now, in this gap here, what we're going to do is we're going to build, or encapsulate, should I say, an area using stone. So behind everything we've built, the stone brick, the stone, all the way around, we're going to extend it 1 block backwards, and the reason we're doing this is because we're going to place a window here. So you can see, as I said, there's a 1 block gap here. In this gap, which should be 3 blocks tall and 5 blocks wide, we're going to place an area of black stained glass. So again, that's black stained glass. And then behind the said glass, we're going to place a 5x3 area of black concrete. So you can already see the wall is quite thick, and this is going to impact the way we build the interior. Of course, we won't worry about that for now, but you can see this is the initial detail coming through. So that is the bare basics of the outlines. We've still got a whole bunch of detail to add, but you can already see how it's starting to come together and starting to look a little bit creepy. What we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our stone buttons, and on the bottom left corner, on the bottom right corner, we're going to place a stone button, and we're going to do the exact same on the top left and top right of the cyan terracotta. So again, a button in each corner. This is the basics of the front side of the window. What we're going to do now is go crazy and start adding a whole bunch of details. So starting off, we're going to grab ourselves our nether brick fence and our dark oak fence, as well as our iron trap doors. What we're going to do is, starting on the left side, to the right of this light grey concrete powder, we're going to go dark oak, nether brick, dark oak, nether brick, dark oak, and then we're going to place a solid row of iron trapdoors all the way across. We're then going to switch out the iron trapdoors, and in front of the light grey concrete powder, on the left side and the right side, we're going to place a wooden trap door. So that's the details at the bottom side of the window. We're then going to grab ourselves our nether brick slabs and our wooden trapdoors. We're going to go in front of the stone brick and stone brick stairs. We're going to come to the second block, and on the upper half of the layer, we're going to place 5 slabs. So 1 block gap, 5 slabs, and a 1 block gap. We're then going to place a row of wooden trapdoors on top of it, and what we'll then do is also a wooden trapdoor to the left and a wooden trapdoor to the right, and it gives you this kind of bridge effect, so it's going down slightly, and then up, all the way across, and then back down. What we're then going to do is, using our dark oak fences, on the left side, we're going to build up 2, exact same on the right side, and we're going to connect this to the top with a cobblestone wall. So again, on both the left and right side, we're going to place a cobblestone wall, and that's going to link it up to the top row, which is made currently of stone brick stairs. The next step, and kind of final little detail for this section, we're going to grab ourselves our iron bars, and of course we're going to make the window look like it's all broken, decrepit, and kind of just generally quite spooky. So we're going to start off on the bottom layer. We're going to place 2 in the bottom left corner of the iron bars. We're then going to leave a 1 block gap and place 2 more. We're going to go up twice to the left. We're then going to leave a 1 block gap and place 2 more. From this gap here, we're going to go down and to the right, and it ends up looking something like this. So again, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. That's going to be the front part of the window so far. The final thing we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves some spruce fences, or fence gates, and in front of the row, in between the cobblestone wall on the left and the cobblestone wall on the right, we're going to place a row of fence gates. Now, you may have to place blocks underneath it, as you can see here. You may not. It may be easier. But you're going to do a solid row all the way across, linking again left side to right side. If you're on PC, feel free to make it slightly lower down if you can, and it does look really, really good. But again, that is going to be our window. Now, the next step we're going to be working on, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be some details further on up. So we kind of left off here currently with the light grey concrete, the polished diorite, and the cyan terracotta. On top of this, we're going to continue building upwards. So the main materials we're going to be needing is our stone bricks and our block of stone. We're going to start off on the left side. We'll leave a 1 block gap. We're going to place 2 blocks of stone. And to the left of this, we're going to place an upside down stone brick stair. And to the right of it, we're going to place 4 upside down stone brick stairs. To the right of that, we're then going to place 2 blocks of stone. And then on top of it, we're going to do the exact same, but we're just going to flip it. So the stairs are going to be normal way facing. And then we're going to cap this off with a solid layer of stone on top. So it ends up looking like this. In terms of detailing, we're then going to grab ourselves our wooden buttons. We're going to come to the bottom row of the stone, and we're going to place 2 of the buttons on each of the stone blocks, like so. Again, just to reiterate where we're at, it's 1 block of stair, 2 blocks of stone, 4 stairs, 2 stone. When we rinse and repeat this pattern, we're going to follow a pattern of going 4, and then 2, 1. So 4, 2, 1. 4 stairs, 2 stone, 1 stair. So we're going to repeat this over and over again, and as I said, we'll discuss that more in a moment. The next step we're going to do, and again this is just kind of marking out where we're working at the moment, is we're going to grab ourselves our acacia and our wooden trapdoors. we're going to come to the first layer, and in front of this second layer, we're going to place a row of burner blocks. So burner blocks being something we'll punch out and replace afterwards that doesn't really matter. What we're then going to do is above that, we're going to place 2 rows of acacia logs. So the reason the burner blocks are important is because otherwise we won't be able to place the logs correctly, and you'll end up placing them like this with the orange bit facing forwards. What we want is the greyish part at the front side and the orange at the top and bottom. On the top and bottom, we're then going to cap this off with a row of wooden trapdoors to kind of cover it up. And as I said, once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. You can kind of see how the building is structured. You've got a core window. Then once you get further to the top, it's becoming a bit more of kind of just basic structure. And this is going to follow the theme all the way around the building. Now, the good news is it is relatively simple once you have this to replicate it. What we are also going to do before we crack on with replicating is the final detail, which is going to be a little rim that goes around this edge here and kind of splits up the build a little bit and makes it a little bit more interesting in this section, so it's not just plain diorite. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the left side on this polished diorite here. We're going to place a dark oak stair, and we're going to leave a block, place a stair, leave a block, place a stair, leave a block, place a stair, leave a block, place a stair. In between all the stairs, on the upper half of the block, we're going to place a slab, and then what we're going to do is underneath, we're going to place a solid row of slabs, and that's going to kind of edge it off, and it's going to end up looking something like this. On top of this, we're then going to grab ourselves our wooden trapdoors, and we're going to place a row of wooden trapdoors. So we're loving the wooden trapdoors in this design, but to be honest, I quite like it. They're pretty spooky in the sense they've got that kind of like creaky, weird see-through, but still present look, and yeah, I really do enjoy how we've used them in this build. But anyways, as I said, that is going to be the first section. Now, why is that important? Now, for the front side of the build, we're going to repeat this 3 more times. So, what I mean by this, and as I said, I'll run through the basics, starting off at the light grey concrete powder here, we're going to go backwards, we're going to go 6 blocks to right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to go forwards to right twice, backwards, and then it's going to repeat. On this area here, behind in this gap, we're going to place a light grey concrete powder. We're then going to build up 7 using cyan terracotta. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In front of this, place 2. We're then going to grab ourselves our stone brick stairs. So we'll place a stone brick stair facing forwards, nether brick fence. So again, a lot of inventory management. Upside down stone brick stair, and 2 cyan terracotta. Just like we did before, on top of this, we're going to place a light grey concrete, extend over towards the left. It's going to link up with the previous layer. On top of that, hopefully at this point you get the idea, we're going to place a row of polished diorite. On top of that, we're going to place a row of cyan terracotta, and then that's going to be the outer area. As I said, from there on out, it's the exact same procedure as what we've just built there, so if you need to watch back the video, please feel free to do so. If you don't, again, it's just copying this once, twice, and 3 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away here, and I'll come back once I've finished the basic windows. We'll then have a little discussion, make sure everyone's doing great, and then we'll come back a further moment after, once we've added all the details. So again, I'm going to pause the video here, and I'll be back in a moment with some progress. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and added all the various details, all the actual core structure, and then we're going to add the details on camera, just to make sure that it's at the top of your memory, and then, as I said, I'll go back and add the rest of them afterwards. Now, the one thing I haven't added, and this is again just because I wanted to highlight how it kind of varies, is the pattern at the top side of the build. So, as you see, of course, we've got the 1 stair here, we've then got 2 stone, 4 stairs, 2 stone. We're going to rinse and repeat the pattern. So we're going to grab ourselves our stairs, and also our stone. Also, probably handy, grab yourself your wooden buttons. So we've got our 4 stone brick stairs here. We're going to alternate now, so we're going to go 4 upside down stone brick stairs. So again, that's 4 upside down stone brick stairs, 2 blocks of stone. We're then going to go 1 upside down stone brick stair, 1 block of stone, 4 stone brick stairs. So again, I'll back up just so you can see what it's looking like so far. Followed by 2 blocks of stone, 1 stone brick stair, 1 block of stone, 4 stone brick stairs, 2 blocks of stone, 1 stone brick stair, and 1 block of stone. Now, of course, for the next layer, we repeat this. We just flip everything over. So, of course, the stone brick stairs are now facing upwards. And then on top of it, once we've completed that, we do a solid layer of stone to cap it off. And then we're going to get straight into the section with the wood. So as you can see, if I back up, it ends up looking something like this. Now, of course, on all the different stone sections, on the blocks at the bottom, you're going to place a wooden button. So that's all the way across. That same logic applies. We're then going to place our burner blocks just on the second layer. So the second layer above the buttons. And then we're going to do our 2 layers of acacia logs. And then, of course, as we did previously, we then surround them with our wooden trapdoors, both on the top side and the bottom side, so above and below the wood. So as you can see, once you have placed these, if I back up, I'll also punch out the burner blocks, just the ones, as I said, that act as scaffolding so that we can place the build easier. And I replace what I've just punched out there. Ends up looking something like this. As I said, I'll do the trapdoors off camera just to save everybody's time. Once again, important things to note. For the bottom, you want to alternate between the dark oak and nether brick fences. So in between here, we're going to go dark oak, nether brick, dark oak, nether brick, dark oak. And then we do a solid layer of iron trapdoors all the way across with a wooden trapdoor both on the left and right side on the light grey concrete powder. Once you get to the upper section and you switch out to the nether brick slab, come to the layer in line with the stairs and the stone bricks. Second block, we're going to place a row of 5 on the upper half of the block, and then we're going to grab ourselves our wooden trapdoors, if I can grab them onto my inventory, and we place a row of wooden trapdoors across the top and also to the left and to the right. So either side, left side, right side, either side. On top of that, we're then going to grab ourselves our dark oak fences and also our cobblestone walls, and we are going to build up 2 on the left, 2 on the right, using our dark oak fences on top with a cobblestone wall. What we're then going to do is we're going to place our iron fences, or our iron bars. So we're going to start off on the bottom layer, 2 iron bars, 1 block gap, 2 iron bars. On the second layer, we're going to place 1. So we're going to go up 1 on the right side, up 1 again, to the left, leave a 1 block gap, and place 2. From the first block here, we're going to go down diagonal, out down and to the right one. Ends up looking like this. We're going to place a row of burner blocks in front, and we're going to do our row of trapdoors, or not trapdoors, what are they called? Fence gates, linking left side to right side in between the cobblestone walls. So again, that's what it looks like. Of course, don't forget your stone buttons. So that's going to go on the cyan terracotta at the top and the bottom. And if I back up, it ends up looking something like this. Now, of course, with this pattern here, pretty self-explanatory. We continue our way across. So we're going to alternate. So we leave 1 block gap, stair, 1 block gap, stair, 1 block gap, stair, 1 block gap, stair. And as I said before, in all the gaps, you're going to place a slab on the upper half and then cap off with a slab going all the way across the bottom. Once again, once you've done that, you're then going to place a row of trapdoors across, and in total, as I said, you'll end up having 4 of what you can see on your screen right now. So again, lots and lots of detail, but it looks very good indeed. Just to throw out a few kind of numbers to help you, it should currently be 33 blocks wide at this point. So again, that's 33 blocks wide. Easiest way, just count the wood going left to right, and it should be 33 blocks left to right. So again, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pause the video. I'll be back in a moment once I've finished building everything, and we are at the point where we can continue and move on to the next part of the build. Alrighty, so once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. So again, hopefully you have something 4 windows in total, going from the left side to the right side. And what we're now going to do is we're going to head around to this corner piece and we're going to start wrapping round. So essentially the way the building is going to work is it's going to wrap around to the right side, it's then going to wrap around again. So we're not going with kind of a traditional square building, there's lots of kind of curves and parts where it curves in and out, just to give it a bit more kind of character and personality. It also makes the exterior of the building a bit more interesting as well. So we're going to wrap around to the right and then back up to the right again, so just like a little corner missing. But what we're going to do is from this area here, so of course we've got our little light grey concrete powder. From this one here, we're going to go diagonal to right twice, and then we're going to grab ourselves our cyan terracotta, and we're going to build up 2 on each of them. So again, 1, 2 on each of them. We're going to grab ourselves our stone brick stairs, and we're going to place 2 facing towards the right side, and above both of them we're also going to place a nether brick fence. Behind this one here, we're going to place a pillar of cyan terracotta. We'll just build that up 7 in total, just so we have it there ready. And then on top of all the nether brick fences, we're going to place upside down stone brick stairs, to the right side. Ends up looking like this. And above both of them, we're going to place 2 cyan terracotta. So that's kind of going to be the transition to the right part on this side. And what we're then going to do is we're going to complement it with our light grey concrete. So above that we'll place our 2 light grey concrete. What we're also going to do is we'll grab ourselves our dark oak planks, and behind this stair here we're going to place a dark oak plank. So we're going to replace that 1 polished diorite. We're then going to go diagonal twice, but the one exception to this is we're going to extend the cyan terracotta over 1 block. We're not going to place it on top of, and what we'll do is on top of this dark oak plank, we'll place the cyan terracotta, extend it 1 forwards, and it's going to give you a corner that looks like this. Now, above it, it's going to be slightly different, so again, I'll explain that in a second, but from here, this part is going to extend out towards the right side momentarily before it wraps back in. With regards to this corner piece here and the actual kind of 3D details, we're going to grab ourselves our slabs, and we're going to go 1, 2 on the lower half, and then on top of it, we're going to place on the left one a stair facing forwards, and on the right one a stair facing towards the right side. Once we get around to here, we'll place 1 facing towards the right side, and again underneath that a slab, but at this point it's on to the next part, so again I won't talk too much about it. On the 2 ones in the corner, you're not going to place a trapdoor obviously, because there is a block on top. Once we get round back to the side, there is going to be a trapdoor on top, and it's going to be back to normal. What we are also going to do is we're going to make a slight adjustment to this part here. So we're going to punch out the stone that we added earlier. We're going to grab ourselves our stone brick stairs, and we're going to extend 2 blocks further to right. That's upside down and normal using our stone brick stairs. And then above this, we're going to place ourselves our row of stone. And then we're going to extend the wood forwards as well, again on the corner piece. So if we grab ourselves our burner block, we're going to grab ourselves our acacia wood, we're going to extend our wood over to the corner, and the way we're going to do this is to the right of the stair on the corner piece, we're going to place a burner block, we'll then place 2 acacia wood on top, and that's going to wrap it round into the corner. Now of course underneath the wood and above the wood we're going to place trap doors, and that's going to wrap round, and once we start building onto the right side it's going to start making a bit more sense. So, starting here, we'll start off, just so we have a kind of reference point. We're going to leave the first block, we'll then place 2 stone, and on the first block we're then going to place an upside down stone brick stair and a normal stone brick stair, and again it's giving you that kind of corner edge. And then from here on out, we're going to place 2 stone above that, 2 burner blocks below, we'll grab ourselves our acacia wood, we'll place a 2x2 of acacia wood, punch out the burner blocks, trapdoors above and below, and as you can see, now the corner makes a bit more sense. Final step to do, of course, on the stone there, place your wooden button. That's going to be the corner piece. We're now going to wrap around and focus on the bottom side. So again, we'll work our way up in good time. But for the bottom side, we're going to start off at this light grey concrete powder here. We're going to go to the right one, backwards, 6 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're then going to go forwards and to the right one. Fundamentally, this is the exact same as the other window. So again, what we're going to do is behind it, we're going to place a light grey concrete powder. We're then going to build up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. In front of it, we're going to build up 1, 2. Place a stone brick stair. Grab yourselves your nether brick fence. 1 nether brick fence, upside down stair. And then 2 cyan terracotta. Above this, we're going to bridge the gap using light grey concrete, followed by a row of polished diorite, followed by a row of cyan terracotta. As I said, that's going to be the window. It's going to follow the exact same shape as what we've built previously, so I'm not going to discuss it in too much detail. Even the details on the actual build itself are going to be the exact same. The only things we will consider is on the right side, we're not going to place a stone button on the block here, because the one on this side will have a stone button, and of course you can't place two next to each other. It just has that kind of weird hitbox. So that's the only difference is going to be, and the exact same details as we did on the front side is going to consist here. So once again, I'll do that off camera just to save a little bit of time for everyone. Also, top left corner, there's going to be your stone button. And with regards to the 3D effects on the top part here, again, it's just a case of continuing it over. So we are going to go stair, one block gap, stair, block gap, stair, block gap, stair, block gap, stair. In between, you're going to place your slabs. Below, you're going to place your row of slabs, and then you're going to cap it off with a row of wooden trap doors. And then above here, this is, I guess, the only slight variation, is next to this stone block here. Let me grab myself the stone brick stairs. We're going to place 4 upside down stone brick stairs, 2 blocks of stone, and 2 upside down stone brick stairs. Above that, exact same, just mirrored, so it's no longer upside down. And above that, a solid row of stone. We then grab ourselves once again our wooden buttons, 2 on the stone, and then we're going to place a row of burner blocks just below where we're going to place the wood, which as standard, it's going to be 2 blocks tall, facing upright, with trapdoors above and below. So again, burn out the burner blocks, place your wooden trapdoors, and you are a good 'un. That's going to be this little right corner. So again, if I back up, once again, do consider window is the exact same details. I will pause the video in a moment and come back to it when it's complete. But before we do that, I want to discuss this next window, as it's again pretty simple to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the corner block, and from this block here, we are going to go 1 block to the right and forwards 2. From this second block here, we're going to face back as if we're on the front side, so face forwards. We're going to go 1 forwards, and then we're going to go 6 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to go forwards, 1, 2 to the right, backwards, 6 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forwards, 2 blocks to the right, backwards, 6 blocks to the right. If I've done it correctly, let me count. Yep, forwards, and 1 block to the right. So in total, it ends up looking something like this. It's going to be 2, 5 block gap, 3, 5 block gap, 3, 5 block gap, 2. Now on this section, we'll start off on the left side. So again, it's going to be very repetitive. We'll start off in the back left corner, place 1 block, build up 7 using cyan terracotta. In front of it, place 2 cyan terracotta. We're going to place a stone brick stair. We're then going to grab ourselves our nether brick fence. So 1 nether brick fence, a stone brick stair upside down, 2 cyan terracotta. Make sure to come around behind and in between this gap here, so in between the stairs, place 3 cyan terracotta, just so there isn't a gap in the corner and it flows nicely like so. What we're then going to do, exact same on the far right side, is we're going to place a light grey concrete powder up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In front of it, up 2. We're then going to go stair, fence, upside down stair, 2 cyan terracotta. As I said before, in each of the corners on this side, we are going to add a stone button, unlike we did on this one, because as I said, hitboxes, as much of a pain as that is. And then what we're going to do is we're going to link left side to right side all the way across using 25 light grey concrete, as well as 24 polished diorite. And again, the reason I emphasize 24, not 25, is on the right side, we're going to have a 1 block of our dark oak. So again, I'll grab the dark oak and we're going to place 1. And that's just so that on the corners, you can see here, it's dark oak behind and not polished diorite, which makes it look a little bit odd. So it's important to bear that in mind. Small kind of things, but has a big impact on the overall build and how it looks. With regards to the window on this part, so of course I haven't actually forgotten about it, we're going to start off with exact same as what we did previously. So we're going to grab ourselves our dark oak stairs, our slabs, and our blocks. And we're going to start off on top of the front left corner here. And we're going to place plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank. And then on this gap here, we'll then place 1 stair, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 1 stair, so again the 1 stair aligns with that 1 block gap, plank, 2, 1, 2, 1. Above this we then place a solid row right to left of dark oak slabs, and then behind that we're going to place a solid row of cyan terracotta. So again, that's linking left side to right side using cyan terracotta. What we're then going to do, very, very similar to what we've done previously, is we're going to start off, we'll just build out the sides 1 block further back using our cyan, and that just enables us to build off of it a bit easier. We're going to grab ourselves our stone brick stairs and also our stone bricks, and we're going to alternate between stone brick stairs, stone bricks. So again, it's a simple case of just going 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 all the way across, and that's going to be nice and simple. You can see here the only real pain is the placing the upside down ones, but if you place the blocks first, you can see you get in that kind of rhythm and it's nice and easy. What we're then going to do is grab ourselves our stone blocks. We're going to build up 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the left side, and the exact same on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 link all the way across. So again, build all the way across using your stone blocks, and in front of that we're going to place a solid row of stone brick stairs. So again, this is linking left side to right side, and you can see it kind of encapsulates it a little bit. Talking of encapsulating, of course, as we did before, we're going to extend the stone and the stone brick backwards a layer using stone blocks. This is going to be for the window, so the window is going to be positioned 1 block backwards, exact same as what window over there, of course, which I will do off camera. And in this gap here, we're going to place black stained glass, followed by black concrete. So again, black stained glass with the black concrete backing. And once we've done that, and I'll do the black concrete backing off camera as well, again, just saving a little bit of time, we will get our iron bars, and we're going to add some details on the iron bars. So let me grab the iron bars, and we're going to start off on the first layer on the bottom left corner. We're going to place 2 iron bars, leave a 1 block gap, 1 iron bar, 1 block gap, 2 iron bars, 1 block gap, 1 iron bar, 1 block gap, 1 iron bar. Oh, sorry, let me change that. So 2, then a 1 block gap, 1 block gap, 2, 1 block gap, 2, 1 block gap, 1, and a 1 block gap. On the second layer, again from left to right, we're going to leave 1, we're going to place 2, leave 1, place 1, leave 1, place 4, so again that's 4 in a row, and it ends up looking like this. We'll extend that 1 further, so we'll go for a 5th block. We'll then leave 1, place 1, leave 1, and then we're going to place 2. We're going to leave 1 and place 2, leave 1 and place 1. So again, I'll back up so you can see what it looks like so far. It'll be a lot easier to see once the backing is added. And then for the final layer, we're going to place 2, leave a 1 block gap. We're then going to place 4, leave a 1 block gap, 2, 1 block gap, 3, 2 block gap, 2, 1 block gap, and 2. And it ends up, as I said, looking something like this. Now, just like the other windows, at the bottom, we are going to alternate between the nether brick and the dark oak. On this one, it's no different. So it's going to go dark oak, nether brick, all the way across. On top of that is going to be our iron trapdoors, and this is going to go all the way across. So, as I said, there will be the fences underneath. And then what we're also going to do is with our wooden trapdoors is we're going to place wooden trapdoors on all of the grey concrete powder. However, we leave on the 3 wide sections the one in the middle empty. So we leave the one in the middle empty, and then the rest of it is going to be covered. And it ends up looking something like this. It is really starting to take shape. Whilst I ramble, I might as well just fill in the fences just so you can see what it looks like. Because that is pretty much it in terms of this Windows detailing. One thing to notice is when you get away from the front side, of course, due to the fact that we don't want it to look too repetitive, everything is a little bit more simplistic, which is both good and bad, but personally it makes it a lot easier to build, so that's kind of a good factor of it. Now, with regards to this next section, of course, we're going to continue this round, this section here. So what we'll actually do in the corner is we'll replace this 1 block. So again, this is just on the one occasion. We're going to replace this 1 block to a dark oak plank, and then we go back to alternating between the 2 different. So we're going to go we'll start off by leaving a 1 block gap. We'll then go a stair, gap, stair, etc, etc, and that's going to go all the way across. Same as before, there'll be slabs underneath and slabs in the middle, with trapdoors going across the top. Now, more importantly, in terms of making sure we're on the right track, for this next section, we're going to go behind the stairs here, and we're going to place 2 blocks of stone. We're then going to extend 2 blocks to the right. We'll place a wooden button on the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to extend our stone brick stairs. So 4 stone brick stairs upside down, followed by 2 stone, followed by 1 stone brick stair, 1 stone, and 4 stone brick stairs. So again, we're going this pattern of 4, 2, 1, 1, 4, 2, 1, 1, 4, etc. So again, we got 4, then we got 2, then we'll go 1, 1, whoops, that is not the one we're looking for, 4, if I can place it properly, and then 2, and then 1, and then 1, and that will take us all the way to the edge. Of course, as we've done previously, we double all of them up using our blocks of stone and also our stone brick stairs, but for the second layer, it's going to be the right way up. And then you know the process at this point. On top of this, we're going to place a row of stone. We'll place our stone buttons on all the blocks on the bottom. We'll also then place a burner block in front of the second layer. So in front of the second layer, we'll place our burner block. And on top of that, we're going to place our acacia logs all the way across 2 blocks tall with our wooden trapdoors above and below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here. As I said, I'll be back in a moment once I've finished building all of this, and I've also filled in this window, as I said, exact same as these windows here. So I'll be back in a moment with some progress. Okay, so upon finishing everything off camera, you can see we've now got this lovely window here, looking the exact same as all the other windows, and we've also got a slightly more darker window now on this side, of course, as I've added the backing black concrete. So this is the main section here that we've just been working on. This is what it should look like at this current point in time. As I said before, the next step we're going to be working on is the kind of corner transitioning round to the right side of the build. So this is still technically the front side. That's the front side, or at least the front right side. Of course, we've still got the doorway, but the front right side of the build complete. What we are going to do is we're going to start off on this corner here. We're going to go diagonal once and twice, and then on the right side, we're going to go 1 block to the right. Starting off on this first block here, we're going to build up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And on the one to the right of it, we're going to build up 2. And again, it's going to be a case of alternating between. So we're going to place a stone brick stair, another brick fence. We'll also go ahead and behind it, just place a 7 tall pillar of cyan terracotta. We're going to place an upside down stone brick stair, 2 cyan terracotta. That's going to bring it up to the top. And that's going to wrap us round to the right side of the build. What we're going to do is we're then going to grab ourselves our light grey concrete, place 1 of each on top, and then as you can see here, we're going to place 1 of each of the dark oak planks, followed by 1 of each of the cyan terracotta. Now what you can see here, we're actually going to get rid of these stone, and we're going to place a stone brick stair. In this gap here, we're going to place 2 stone, and then to the right of it, again, 2 stone. So if I back up, it ends up looking like this. Above the 2 stone, we'll just add 2 more, just so we fill it all in. We're going to place 2 in front of it on the corner blocks. We'll place 1 third one there, and then we're going to grab ourselves our acacia wood, 2 tall, 3 blocks, or 3 sets in total, and again, grab yourself your trapdoors, and that's going to be the little area at the top. That's again going to curve round with the build. That's going to wrap off round to the right side. The only kind of remaining step that we need to worry about outside of the stone buttons, of course, do not forget about these stone buttons, is we're also going to grab ourselves the wooden buttons. You can't forget either about the wooden buttons. So on the stone, on the lower half, just place wooden buttons facing towards the front side, again, so it's visible, and also towards the right side on that block there, just for good measure. And then what we're going to do is we'll grab ourselves our dark oak stairs and our dark oak slabs, and this is going to be the final section here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off in front of this block here. We're going to place 1 facing towards the front side, and exact same on this side here. Then come around to the right side, we'll place 1. We're going to place a slab underneath each, and then a trapdoor above all of them, and that's going to be the corner piece, and that's going to transition, as I said many a time at this point, round to the right side of the build. Now, the right side, as I've mentioned, is drastically different in terms of complexity to the front side. So what I mean by that is it's following the same kind of structure. It's, of course, the same building. However, it's not got any of the details, and the windows are just plain. So what I'm going to do, rather than essentially doing every single part bit by bit, is I'm just going to build the outline, and then we're going to do the majority of the work off camera. So what we're going to do is from this light grey concrete powder here, we're going to go forwards. We're going to go, again, 6 blocks to the right, so that's kind of the formula at this point. Forwards, twice to the right, forwards, 6 blocks to the right, forwards, twice to the right, and that's going to be section number 1. Now, in this side, there is going to be, in total, 2 sections. So again, there's going to be 2 sections, and then it's going to curve round once more. So starting off for section number 1, we're going to start off by grabbing ourselves our dark oak stairs and our dark oak blocks. So we'll go block, 2 stairs, block, 2 stairs, block, 1 stair, again above the gap, block, 2 stairs, block, 2 stairs, block, 1 stair, block. So again, you get the idea, exact same as before, and there's going to be a row of dark slabs going all the way across. Now, what we're going to do is on the right side, in this part here, so we'll just delete that part, is we're going to extend backwards 1 using light grey concrete powder and up 7 using our cyan terracotta. In front of this, 2 cyan, 1 stone brick stair, upside down stone brick stair with a nether brick fence in between, and 2 of our lovely cyan terracotta on top. Same procedure applies. We're going to link our light grey concrete all the way across. Above that, we're going to link our polished diorite all the way across. And above that, our cyan terracotta, once again, you guessed it, all the way across. So that's the basic structure. Now, in terms of the window for this section, we're going to go behind the slab here, and we're going to place a row of stone. So again, that's going to be a row of stone linking left side to right side. However, what we're going to do is we're going to build up another 3 layers on top of it. So I guess 3.5. So this is the half layer, and then on top of that we're going to place 4 layers. So 4.5 in total that will be visible, and it's going to be a just solid plain window of stone. Now, to fill in the gap at the top, which you'll ultimately have this part here, we're going to go ahead and place our upside down stone brick stairs. So the way I'll do this, just so it's easier, is I'll place an additional layer, and then we'll place our upside down stone brick stairs, which is going to fill that small little gap, and then that's going to present you with the side. So that's essentially what we're going to refer to as a side panel. Now, with the side panels, they follow the exact same detailing as the other sections in terms of on the light grey concrete powder, we're going to place our trap doors, and then on the bottom of the cyan terracotta and the top, we're going to place ourselves our stone buttons. So again, exact same kind of logic all the way around. At the bottom, we're going to grab ourselves our nether brick fences and our dark oak fences, and we're going to alternate between the two once again. And then on top of all of that, we're going to place a row left to right of iron trap doors. So again, all the way across using iron trap doors. And if I back up, it ends up looking something like this. Now, you get the idea at this point. We're following the exact same structure. This section is going to go gap, stair, gap, stair, gap, stair. This section is going to go 4, 2, 1, 1, 4, 2, 1, 1, etc., etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this again. So we're going to build it once more, but I'm going to again do this off camera. So I'll be back in a second with a second wall panel, and we'll be showing you some progress. And with a bit of magic, it's looking like this. So you can see we've got the 2 wall panels, left side and right side, 1 and 2. And yeah, exact same logic all the way across. So it's just the windows, but the windows are actually filled in with stone, obviously keeping it plain and keeping it relatively simple compared to the front sides. You don't want to overdo it with the windows, with all panels and stuff like that, because it does take away from the other side, so do bear that in mind. But the other sides, the other aspects, should I say, are keeping to the exact same formula. So stair, gap, slabs underneath, of our trapdoors on top, and of course this section here following the 4 2 1 1 4 2 1 1 4 2 1 1 4 2 1 1 pattern all the way across. Now again, if you do have any questions about this or have any struggles, please do let me know down in the comment section below, but I'm assuming it's relatively simple, and I don't want to waste everyone's time going over it and re-explaining the same thing over and over and over and over again. So assuming everyone's good with that, we're now going to move on, and we're going to once again cut in and start kind of wrapping round and making the building a bit more of a unique shape. So we're going to come around to the light grey concrete powder here. We're going to go to this block, and we're going to go forwards, so we're now facing towards the front side of the build, and to the right one. Now on top of this first one here, we're going to go up 2, and once again we're going to alternate. So we're going to have our stair, we're then going to grab ourselves our nether brick fence, we're going to have an upside down stair, and then we're going to have 2 cyan terracotta. We'll then grab ourselves our light grey concrete. On top of that, we're going to place a polished diorite, and on top of that we're going to place cyan terracotta, etc, etc. We'll place 2 stone, and we'll place a 3rd stone just to get us to the top. So that's going to be the corner piece. Now from here, we're going to expand to the side. There is once again, you guessed it, going to be this kind of traditional window-shaped area. Before we get to that, we'll add the corner pieces in here. So starting off, behind the polished diorite, we'll chuck 2 of our dark oaks here. So we'll replace these diorite with dark oak. We're going to have a dark oak stair facing towards the right side, and a dark oak stair facing towards the rear side. Underneath both of these, we're going to have a slab, and above both of these, we're going to have a trapdoor. So that's going to be the corner piece for that section. And of course, with regards to the wood at the top, it's just going to be a case of placing 2 blocks diagonally like so, placing your wood, and placing your trapdoors above and below. So it's very, very self-explanatory. That's the corner piece. Of course, there is kind of different corners, which is why I explain it. Some have the piece in the middle, others are just a straight corner like this. Now, moving on to the side, we're again going to be expanding over. There's going to be another kind of, as I said, empty ghost window, we're going to call them. That's what we're going to call the ones with the concrete in the middle. We're going to call them ghost windows. So from here, we're going to go backwards, and we are going to go 6 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Forwards to right. And again, above this, we're going to do our usual. So behind it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In front of it, 1, 2, stair, followed by our nether brick fence. Again, you hopefully have this memorized at this point. 2 cyan terracotta. You're going to link your light grey concrete all the way across, followed by your polished diorite, and then followed by your cyan terracotta. So again, we're not going to do this on camera. This is completely off camera. You can do that. Again, exact same. You build the window. The window is going to be filled in solid using the blocks of stone. Once you've done that, we're going to wrap around to the corner. And again, this is going to be something I'm going to describe a little bit more in depth, but it is still very, very easy. So we're going to start off from this block here, and we're going to build 1 to right, and then heading towards, or facing towards the right side, we're going to go twice to the right. We're then going to go backwards 1, 6 to the right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Forwards, twice to the right, backwards, 6 to the right. Again, I actually need to count, so that's 5, 6. Forwards, twice to the right, backwards, 6 to the right, forwards, and once to the right. So in total, basically, you're going to have 2 light grey concrete powder, a 5 block gap, 3 light grey concrete powder, 5 block gap, 3, 5, 3. Now, this may look familiar, and the reason behind that is because it's basically the exact same dimensions as this window. Now, what we're going to do is the exact same. However, instead of filling in the window, of course, it's going to be a ghost window. So it's going to be with the stone. So again, it's the exact same procedure as what we did previously. So we'll start off. I'll give you the basics. Of course, you get the idea of the pillars at the side. But what we'll start off by doing is on the side here. We'll actually start off by, again, 2 of our cyan terracotta. Behind here, again, there's going to be the 7 tall one, etc., etc. From here, we're then going to expand 1 to right. So we're going to place a plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 1 stair, 1 plank, 2 stairs, 1 plank, 2 stairs, 1 plank, 1 stair, 1 plank, 2 stairs, 1 plank, 2 stairs, 1 plank, etc, etc. Behind here, light grey concrete powder, up 7, and then again 2 stair, fence, stair, 2. So you get the idea. Again, exact same logic. So what I'm going to do is I'll, off camera, build the windows. I'll extend across the tops, and then I'll discuss again a bit more in detail about these sections and this section here, because I appreciate that's probably where most of the confusion will stem from. So again, through the power of editing, I'll see you in a moment once we've made some progress. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and filled it all in. This is what it ends up looking like. As I said before, it's relatively simple. It's following the exact same structure as everything we've done previously, so shouldn't be too difficult to do, even without that kind of direct instruction. I've also gone ahead and filled in the other sections. Again, going with the kind of top part, we're going with the 4-2-1-1, 4-2-1-1, 4-2-1-1 approach. The only thing I did think that was notable, and hence why I have left it to kind of build within the actual video itself, is this section here. So what you're going to want to do is grab yourselves your dark oak planks and your slabs. You're going to want to place 1 plank in the middle, a slab either side, and then underneath all of this, again, just place your slabs. So again, it's just a simple block in the corner, but I thought it was noticeable to mention that, again, because we are going with the slab first in this case, then the stair, and then that goes all the way to the end, and it ends on a stair. So that is going to be this little tuck-in section here on the right side, and in total, that is the right side of the building. So you can see we've got the 2 large panels here, 1 small panel and 1 large panel. Very, very simple, and yeah, the build, it pretty much is just clean sailing from here at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to come around to the side. This is going to be the rear side of the build. Now, on the rear side of the build, it's essentially 4 panels of the exact same measurements. So again, I'm not really going to be discussing each one by one in the interest of time. We're going to start off with this 1 block here. So second block, we're going to extend it 1 out. Again, we're going to go 3 blocks upwards. So again, 2 blocks upwards, followed by 1 stone brick stair, followed by a nether brick fence, an upside down stone brick stair, and 2 of our cyan terracotta. So again, 2 cyan terracotta, and with that, my Xbox controller appears to have died. So bear with me a second, gonna grab some battery. Alright, back again, this time with some fresh batteries. My controller hopefully won't decide to give up midway through again. On top of the 2 cyan terracotta, where we left off, we're of course gonna build up with our light grey concrete, followed by our polished diorite, our cyan terracotta, and in this case we're going to use 3 blocks of stone. Now, from the side, in terms of the actual blocks, in this corner here, we'll actually go ahead and replace the diorite with our dark oak planks. We're going to grab ourselves a dark oak stair, and we're going to have it facing towards the right side of the build, and underneath it we are going to place a dark oak slab, and above it we're going to place a wooden trapdoor. Coming around to the rear side of the build, we're also then going to have a dark oak stair facing backwards with a slab and a trapdoor as standard. And then with regards to the top section here, we're just going to use stone. However, we are going to place a burner block, 2 burner blocks in fact, and we're going to grab ourselves our acacia logs. We're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, punch out said burner blocks, trapdoor number 1, trapdoor number 2, trapdoor number 1, trapdoor number 2, and it's going to end up looking something like this. So that's again going to be the corner. Now, as mentioned, the rear side, this is going to be a very quick part of the video. So it's going to be the exact same. It's just going to be 4 sections. Each section is going to be 15 wide. So it's going to be the kind of ghost windows, as we've called it, as we've branded them. And what we're going to do is we are going to extend the light grey concrete powder 1 block to the right. We're then going to go backwards. We're going to go 6 to the right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and forwards. 1, 2 to the right, forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the right, forwards, and 1, 2 to the right. So that's what we're classing as 1. So of course, on this second block here, we're going to place a light grey concrete powder. We're then going to build up 7 using our cyan terracotta. And then in front of it, we're going to do our usual pillar of 2 cyan, 1 stone brick stair, a nether brick fence, a upside down stair, and 2 cyan terracotta. In that area is a 15 block gap. So again, we're going to place 15 wide of window, and we're going to repeat this 3 more times. So as I said, 3 more times. From here, we're going to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Forwards. 1, 2 to the right. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the side. Forwards. 1, 2 to the right. On the second one here, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then for this one, 1, 2, stair, fence, stair, upside down, 2 cyan terracotta, and that's going to be window number 2. So window number 1, window number 2, or should I say panel number 1, panel number 2. From here, backwards, 6 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forwards, 1, 2 to the right, backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the right, forwards, to right twice. Again, pillar, 7 tall, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 tall, stair, fence, upside down stair, and then 2 cyan terracotta. And then for the final time, we're going to go backwards, 6 to the right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forwards, to the right twice, backwards, 6 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forwards, and to the right one. And again, on this one in the very corner, we're going to go up 7 using our cyan terracotta. And in front of it again, 1, 2, stair, fence, upside down stair, 1, 2, and it's going to end up like this. So that's going to be our 4 different sections, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, above this, we're going to build all the way across, linking with our light grey concrete. In total, this is going to be 64 blocks wide. So 64 blocks wide. On top of that, what we're going to do is we are going to build across 62 with our polished diorite. And the reason it's only 62 is because there is 1 of our dark oak on the left side, and on the very far right side we're also going to place 1 dark oak, and that's going to link in with the corner. And then on top of this we're going to place 64 of our cyan terracotta. Now the remaining part, everything in between, is going to follow the same formula. So we're going to have the layer of the dark oak stairs and blocks. We're then going to have 4.5 layers of stone, and then we're going to have, I've done that 1 layer too soon, so I meant to do the diorite. I'll do the rest off camera, you get the idea. So a layer of diorite, then a layer of cyan terracotta, so it should actually look like this. So following our kind of sandwich formula, it's going to end up looking like that all the way across. So I'll replace that. That was the lapse of concentration on my half. But yeah, exact same applies, exact same 3D effects. So it's going to have the bits at the bottom with the fences and the trapdoors. It's going to have the buttons, the stairs, everything in between. And that's going to be all the way across. Very, very simple, and should only take you a few minutes. So again, I'll be back in a moment once we have pretty much completed that. And then we're going to crack on with the left side of the build, which if you thought it was any more difficult, unfortunately, I think probably fortunately for most of you, it's pretty much the exact same. So nice and simple, will be nice and quick. And then that brings us to the final corner, which is arguably probably the most challenging part of the build, which is where the doorway is, and we'll kind of get into the roof. The upper part of the sign, at least not the detailing, but the actual sign itself. And potentially, maybe, just maybe, the outdoor dining area. So again, going to pause the video here, make some progress, and I'll be back once I have that completed. Okay, so that is the rear side of the build. Now, the the ones that have been paying attention will notice I've not placed the various stone buttons, so I'll do that as I talk. But what you would have seen a second ago is the fact that I've built all 4 sections, again added the detail, of course following the exact same pattern we've been doing throughout the whole build, which is the whole 4-2-1-1-4-2-1-1. So again, once you get that in your head, it's kind of difficult to escape it, really. But yeah, each section in terms of the stone is 15 blocks wide, 4.5 blocks tall. And as I said, there is 4 sections in total. It ends up looking like this. It's, of course, again, relatively plain and easy to do, but that is the point. Of course, it's only the shell of the building, and everything inside is the part that's extremely highly detailed, accurate, and really, really exciting. So again, stay tuned for part 2 and the further parts where we discuss the interior and various other details we're going to be working on for this build. I'm very, very excited to show it to you all, and I hope you are as well. So that brings us now to the final side of the build, or at least the final main side, because of course we still have got the front doorway and the little corner at the front, which is slightly more tricky, but we'll discuss that in a mo. For now, we're going to be doing the left side, and what we're going to start off by doing is coming to the second block, doing our usual approach of 2 on top of our 1 light grey concrete powder, 2 cyan terracotta, a stone brick stair, 2 of our, or 1 of our lovely nether brick fences, a upside down stone brick stair, and 2 cyan terracotta. We're going to place on top of that, we'll place 1 dark oak, we'll then place 1 of our polished diorite, 1 cyan terracotta, and then we'll place 3 blocks of stone. So from a corner angle, ends up looking like this. What we'll do is looking towards the right side, so the right side being over there. On this block here, we'll place a dark oak stair facing towards us, and then we'll place another dark oak stair facing towards us. Underneath both of these dark oak stairs, we'll place a slab, and above both of them, we're going to place a trapdoor. Now, of course, you can already see the error, hopefully. Place a dark oak plank there to make sure that you can't actually see the block behind it, or at least it doesn't contrast quite as much. And then what we'll also do, again, before I forget, button, and also trapdoor. In fact, that's on the next one, so we won't do that. But yeah, from a corner angle, it looks like this. Of course, near the top, the only real detail we need to apply in this section is just by adding some wooden buttons. And then at the very, very top, we'll just go diagonal twice, grab ourselves our acacia logs, and then we're going to grab ourselves our trapdoors and place a trapdoor underneath and above both of the acacia logs, and that's going to be the corner at the rear left of the build. Again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. So for the next section, it's going to be the exact same as what we just done. So it's going to be 15 wide sections, 4 sections in total. It is not going to link up with the front, as I said, because there is a corner we will be building, so don't expect it to, and don't get upset if it doesn't. That is completely fine. What we're going to do is, again, we're going to go to the right, backwards, 6 to the right, forwards to right twice, forwards, 6 to the right, etc, etc. And we're going to do that all the way across. It's going to be the exact same as what we just did there. So exact same, each section is going to be 15 blocks wide. So again, from here to here is going to be 15 blocks wide, 4.5 blocks tall, and there's 4 sections in total. So for the, I guess, final point in the video, second to final point in the video, because we will have to for the roof, I'm going to pause the video here and come back to you once I've made significant progress. And like that, it is complete. As I said, 4 sections, each section is 15 wide, 4.5 tall. In total, the wood at the top should be around 64 blocks wide. Underneath it, again, we're following the 4-2-1-1, 4-2-1-1 pattern. So again, just keep humming that in your head, the 4-2-1-1. Can't go wrong. So again, that's upside down, normal facing, 2 rows. Then you got your wood. Underneath that, you've got your stair, slab, stair, slab combo with a row of slabs underneath and the row of trapdoors above. And outside of that, again, very, very simple. So that is going to be the left side of the build. Now, of course, if you come around to the front side, you'll see there is still a little bit of a gap, and I'm going to explain what we're going to be doing. So first off, we've got the front left corner of the build. That's going to be going around here. That's going to wrap around. And then we've got the doorway to the actual entrance to the building, which is going to go just here, tucked away. So this part is probably, arguably, one of the more difficult parts of the build. So it's going to take a little bit of explanation. I'm going to try as best as possible to walk you through step by step what we're going to be doing. So starting off with the rounded corner, the front left corner of the build, we're going to start off with the bit here. We're going to expand 1 to the right. We're then going to go backwards and 2 to the right. From here, facing towards the actual front side of the build, we're going to go diagonal, forwards, diagonal, forwards, diagonal. So again, right now, from above, it ends up looking something like this. Now, going back to the left side, we'll start at the left, we'll work our way round to the right. We're going to start off behind this light grey concrete powder, I always want to say gravel, but it's not. We're going to place 1 dark oak plank. We're then going to place 2 dark oak wood stairs facing towards us. Diagonal from that, we're going to place a dark oak plank, and then to the side of that, facing towards the rear side of the build, we're going to have a stair facing forwards. We're then going to continue this round, so we're going to place 1 stair, and then we're going to place 1 block, and then for the next one, we're actually going to extend this light grey concrete powder 2 to the right, forwards and to the right one, and then the door's going to go in this little gap here. And on this 3 wide section, we're going to go stair, stair, and block. We're then going to leave this empty, and this is going to be cyan terracotta. Now, above all of these, we're going to place a slab. So again, that's all of them are going to be covered with a slab. And with the blocks that are visible at the sides, aka this one right here, you want to make sure that you place a dark oak plank behind the gaps so that there is nothing visible from behind. So again, right now it should look something like this. What we're then going to do is behind all of this, behind all the slabs, we're going to place a row of cyan terracotta. So again, behind all of the slabs, we're going to place a cyan terracotta. It doesn't really matter here, we'll just place 1 on the corner and 1 below, because as I said, there will be a pillar there in a moment. Going back to the left side, above this cyan terracotta on the left side, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, and 4. What we're then going to do is start bridging our way around. So we'll go around to the right side, and on the right side, just above the cyan terracotta here, once again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it ends up looking like this. You can kind of see how the window is going to curve round, and that's indeed what it's going to be, is of course a window. We're going to grab ourselves our stone bricks now, and starting from right to left this time, we're going to go from here, 1 stone brick. We're then going to place an upside down stone brick stair facing towards us. We're then going to place a stone brick to the left, with a stone brick facing towards us. Behind that, stone brick, and then we're going to place a stone brick facing towards the left side, and then finally 1 stone brick like so. So it's going to be the first layer. Now, behind this, we're going to place a row of stone, and again, this is where the glass is going to sit. So behind all this, we're going to place a solid row of stone, 1 block visible at all points, ends up looking something like this. What we'll also do is in this corner here, we'll place 1. It's just on the 1 section here that there is a bit of glass that goes backwards, so it's again important to ensure that we are fully encasing it within the build. The next step we're going to do is we're actually going to grab ourselves our glass. So we're once again going to grab our black stained glass, and we're going to start off on the left side by placing to the right of the stone here 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go diagonal, and we're going to place 1, 2, and again build this up so it's 3 blocks high. We're going to go to the side, diagonal, and then to the side twice. And behind all of these, we're going to place black concrete. So again, behind everything, we're going to place black concrete. And on the side here, we'll actually just replace it with stone. So again, let's grab the stone back and cap it out so that it is, in fact, let's just do black concrete. And this will be covered up by cyan terracotta. So again, cover it all with black concrete so it's not see-through at all. And it ends up looking something like this. What we're then going to do is we are going to grab ourselves our stone brick stairs once again. We're going to expand the stone up 1 block, and then we're going to place a stone brick stair in front of it, and we're going to go 1 to the right. We're then going to place a burner block, and facing towards the rear of the building, we're going to go 1, 2 to the right, punch out the burner block, and it's going to give you a corner piece that looks like this. To the right of this, we're going to place a block of stone. We are then going to go forwards 1 using stone brick stair, and to the right 1. We're once again going to place 1 stone and go 1, 2, upside down again using our stone brick stairs. Behind all of this, we're going to place stone to fully encapsulate the glass, so making sure that all sides of the glass are covered. As you can see, it ends up looking like so. So that's going to be the little window on this section of the build. If you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. What we're going to do is we're going to expand it upwards, but before we do that, we're going to build out this pillar on the right side. So starting off, we've already got the 2 cyan terracotta here. We'll underneath just place a light grey concrete powder, just for consistency. And above it, we're going to place 7 cyan terracotta. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And in front of it, we're going to do the usual 2 stair. We're then going to place a nether brick fence, followed by an upside down stair, 2 cyan terracotta, and that's going to be our little pillar. Again, whilst we're at it, we'll grab ourselves our stone buttons, bottom one, top one, stone button on each. So in this corner here, what we'll do is we're going to expand this up 1 using a block of stone. So again, we'll extend it up 1 using stone. And as you can see, it ends up looking like this. We'll also place 1 stone brick stair in front of that. And what you can also do, in fact, is extend this one forwards. Again, just to give the window a bit more of a kind of defined edge. So again, bringing that 1 forwards with a stone behind it. And again, that is going to be our window area. Now above it, as we're going to curve round, we're also going to curve round the light grey concrete. So again, with our light grey concrete, we're going to extend 2 blocks to the right. We're then going to go diagonal twice and to the side one. We're going to go diagonal to the side, diagonal, and then we'll go diagonal and to the side. And it ends up looking, again, something like this. Above all of this, we'll add a second layer, this time using our polished diorite. So following the exact same path as we have just done, we're going to place a row of polished diorite, and then on top of that, we're going to place a solid row of cyan terracotta. So again, cyan terracotta all the way around the edge, and it's going to end up looking like this. Now, with regards to the next step, which is the top bit, where we have generally been placing our stone and our stone brick stairs, what we're going to do is we're going to grab, of course, our stone. That'll be a good start. And we are going to extend 1 block to the right using our stone. And then we're going to place a stone brick stair upside down with a stone brick stair on top. Behind this, we'll place 2 stone. We're then, to the side of that, going to place upside down and normal facing towards the left side. We'll then place behind that 2 more. And then going towards the front side, we'll place upside down and normal. We'll then, to the side of that, again place upside down and normal. To the side of this, we are going to place directly above the cyan terracotta a 2x2 of stone. And we'll also place 2 to the side, just so there's not a gap. So you can see there is stone visible just at the side there. What we'll then also do is expand 1 further to the right and go upside down, normal. And then we're going to expand twice, once to the right, and then twice more at the front side, again upside down and normal, and it ends up looking something like this. So again, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Again, that is the front left corner, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add an additional layer of stone all the way around. Again, on the stone surfaces, grab yourselves your wooden buttons and place, where possible, wooden buttons. So in this case, 3 in total, plus the 1 at the side. Again, ends up looking like this. And then with regards to the top bit with the wood, we're just going to do an outer layer. So everything that we've built, the kind of structure we've built, we're going to do an outer ring. And then on top of that, on the outer burner block layer, I guess you want to call it, you're going to add 2 rows of our acacia logs. So again, that's 2 rows of acacia logs. Remove the burner blocks, and then you're going to have the trapdoors underneath. So let me grab the trapdoors and above, and that's going to give you the outer kind of top perimeter for this detail. Behind this, also go ahead and place stone, just so there's not a gap. And then above, again, an extra layer of trapdoors all the way around the perimeter. Apologies if you can hear my controller squeaking. For some reason, the trigger is may need a little bit of an oil of some sort. So that's going to be the corner. And then below this, of course, we are going to have to extend out some of the details as well. We want to make it nice and impressive. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off nice and simple on the light grey concrete powders either side of this area. We're going to place a trapdoor. We're then going to grab ourselves our fence posts, both dark oak and nether brick, and we're going to start off on the left side by going dark oak, nether brick, nether brick, dark oak, nether brick, dark oak, nether brick, and dark oak. We'll grab ourselves our iron trapdoors, and we're going to do a solid ring around the edge using our iron trapdoors, and it ends up looking something like this. The next step we're going to do is grab ourselves our nether brick slabs, following the same kind of formula as we did before. We're going to leave a 1 block gap, and on the upper half of these blocks here, we're going to place 2, diagonal, 2, diagonal, 2, diagonal, and 2. And on top of all of these, we're going to place trapdoors, and then we're also going to go 1 to the side. So on the right side, we go 1, we're going to place solid row on top, and 1 to the left, and it's going to give us the exact same effect it gave us on the other sides, and it's going to split up the window quite nicely. Above either of these, we are going to place 2 of our dark oak fences. So again, 2 dark oak fences, and on top of that, we're going to place a cobblestone wall. That's going to bring us to the very top. So again, 2 dark oak fences and a cobblestone wall, and that leaves us with just one thing in terms of the detail on this section, and that is, of course, the iron bars. So for the iron bars, starting off on the left side, on the first layer, we're going to place 1. We're going to leave 1 block and place 1 here. We're then going to place 1 in this 1 block gap, and then on 2 on this section here. For the second layer, against the glass, we're going to place 2. We're then going to come around to this side, and on the far right corner, we're going to place 1. And then for the final layer, in line with the stone here, we're going to go 1, 2 forwards, and then to the right one, and it's going to link up with the iron bars just behind. We're also going to place 1 in the corner block here, and then on the right side, we're going to place 1, 2, again to give us a corner like so. So again, that's the iron bars. If you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. The next step we're going to be working on is going to be around the edge here with the wooden stairs and the slabs. So again, we'll get that out the way. And then that pretty much leaves us with just the doorway before we crack on with the roof. So with this area here, what we're going to do is we're going to continue expanding. So of course here we've got the stair. We're going to leave 1 stair. And once we hit this point, we are going to, of course, start integrating the actual slabs and stairs into the corner. So essentially what we're going to do, we'll start off, and this is going to break the trend, we are going to place a stair facing towards us, towards the left side. We're then going to place a slab on the upper half. We're then going to place a stair facing forwards. Whoops, normal way. We're then going to place to the right of that a slab. Again, try not to break everything whilst you're doing it, as I'm doing a great job of doing. To the right of that, we're going to place a stair. To the right of that, a slab. We're then going to place a stair. We're then going to place a slab. Whoops. And then finally, a stair. And it ends up looking something like this. Now, on the ones where there's blocks behind it visible, you can keep it as direct if you wish, or you can change it to the dark oak planks. What you want to do as well is underneath each one, make sure that you have a row of slabs going around the bottom and also trapdoors around the top. Again, continuing that theme all the way around the build. So again, make sure you place a slab there on the upper half, and it ends up looking something like this. So that's going to be the front left corner. Again, you can kind of appreciate probably one of the more difficult parts of the build. It's definitely not ideal, but again, I'll do a little spin by, and hopefully that will be enough for you to build it. Anyways, that brings us to the final stage, which is of course the door, as you can probably tell by this nicely carved out gap. What we're going to do is we're going to start off, so directly on top of this pillar here, we're going to grab ourselves our light grey concrete, and we're going to place 1 light grey concrete, 1 diorite, and 1 cyan terracotta. We're then going to go backwards, diagonal, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the side, and that's going to link up with this part right here. What we're then going to do is on top of this, again, we're going to place 5 diorite, 5 cyan terracotta, but what we will do is in front of diorite here, we're going to bring it 1 forwards and 1 cyan terracotta. Underneath this, we're going to place an upside down dark wood stair facing towards the left side, and then below that, we're going to place 3 nether brick fences. Just a small detail, but again, pretty important to include. I lost my train of thought there, what words I was trying to say. So yeah, anyways, continuing with the upper part, we'll get that out of the way. We'll start off right here by placing an upside down stair. So we start off with an upside down stair, and then above it a normal stair, and of course above that we're going to place a normal block of stone. To the side of it, again, make sure you place 1, 2 of the stone, just so there's not a gap there in the wall. In this part here, we're going to place a 2x2 of stone. To the right of that, we're going to place 2 upside down stone brick stairs, and above that 2 normal stone brick stairs. To the right of this, we're going to place 2 stone, and in front of that, we're then going to place a upside down stone brick stair and a normal stone brick stair. To the right of it, 2 stone just to encapsulate it, and above all of this, a solid layer of stone, as we have done previously. Now, in terms of this area, again, we're going to make sure we have burner blocks, just so we can actually place the logs, and that's going to give us the solid ring all the way around, as I didn't mention before, of the building. For the first time, it's connected, which is, again, a sign of all the progress we've made so far with this build, whilst we haven't actually done any of the interior, and we have a long journey left to go. Again, making really, really good progress with the build itself. So once you back up, ends up looking like this. First off, grab yourself your stone buttons, place your 2 stone buttons in that gap right there. That's, of course, very important. And yeah, so far it looks like this. You've got the upper part of the, I guess, wall complete. And then the next stage is to do the lower part. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to grab ourselves, first off, our dark oak planks and our stairs, or dark oak slab, should I say. We're going to go diagonal from here, and we're going to place slab. We are then going to place, so we'll place a slab on the upper half. Here we're then going to place stair, slab, stair, slab, and then here we're going to place a stair. Underneath all of these, again, place a slab, and above all of them, a trap door. So that's going to be, again, a solid ring of this part here. In this block gap, simply replace it with a dark oak, and again, that is the outer ring of this dark oak. With regards to the lower part of the actual doorway, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by expanding this part backwards. So we're going to grab ourselves our light grey concrete powder, and we're going to expand this backwards 2 more, and we'll bring the cyan terracotta up to the exact same height as the rest of the cyan terracotta, like so. Exact same on this side, just gives us a little bit of a doorway that we can work with. So if I back up, it should now look something like this. We're going to start off at the bottom. We'll grab ourselves some slabs. Now this is completely optional, so you don't have to do this, but I think it looks pretty nice nonetheless. We'll place a row of slabs, and then what we'll do is we will grab ourselves our stone brick stairs, and we're going to leave a 1 block gap. We'll place 3 stone brick stairs. We'll then grab ourselves our stone bricks, and we're going to surround these stone brick stairs with stone bricks, plus 1 row behind. What we're then going to do, and what I chucked out at the start of the video so that it didn't hog the inventory for the whole video and make switching around difficult, is we're going to grab our anvils. We're going to leave a 1 block gap, and we're going to place 2, exact same on the right side. So 1 block gap and 2. We're then going to chuck those out and never think about them again. And we're going to grab ourselves our iron trap doors. And above the anvils, we're going to place 2 iron trap doors, like so. Behind the trapdoors, we're then going to grab ourselves our spruce planks and our spruce stairs. And we're going to place 1 spruce plank with a spruce stair on top of it. On top of that, we're then going to place a nether brick fence. And on top of that, we're going to place an upside down spruce wood stair. We're then going to place 1 spruce plank. And using our spruce slabs, we are going to build over to the right 1, 2, 3. We're then going to place 1 spruce plank and rinse and repeat. So upside down stair, a fence. We're then going to place a normal stair and a plank. And that's going to give you the first row of the door. We're going to double this up, this time just using planks. So exact same structure, just using spruce planks. And at the top, what we're going to do is we're going to place a row of glass. So you can use the black glass, or in this case, I'm just going to use white glass because I think it looks pretty nice. Adds a little bit of brightness and contrast to this area. And above this, simply go ahead and fill it in with spruce planks. So again, just add a second, an additional layer, should I say, of spruce planks, like so. What we're then going to do, Let's grab ourselves our red concrete and our red wall. And we're going to start off in front of the row of planks we just placed by placing one concrete, one wall, one concrete, one wall, one concrete, and then above it, exact same pattern. So again, it's giving us this kind of canopy effect. It's going to close up that gap, and it's going to give us our doorway. The next step we're going to do is we are going to grab ourselves our stone brick slabs, and underneath the glass, we're going to place a row of stone brick slabs. And in front of the slabs, we're going to place a row of trapdoors, and it's going to end up looking something like this. Final step to do, grab yourselves your stone buttons, and in the top left corner and the top right corner of the spruce planks in the doorway, we're going to go ahead and place a button on each. Again, just a small detail, but it makes it look pretty nice. You can also then bring the little slab area at the front forwards one, just to, again, make it a bit more of a kind of defined pathway. You could also use stone brick slabs if you wanted to, or if you're on one of the more modern versions of Minecraft, use polished andesite slabs. That also looks very good indeed. So it ends up looking something like this, and that's going to be the core structure of the building complete. What I'm going to do now is we are going to make some progress on the top of the building with regards to the roof. So what we're going to start off by doing, and again this will be something I do off camera, is we're going to double up the acacia log at the top. And essentially what that means is behind this top layer here, because you can see we've kind of got a one tall area of acacia that kind of outweighs everything else, we're going to double it up. And the way we're going to do that is, rather than having them facing upright like that, we're going to place them sideways. So we're going to go around and make sure that every bit at the top is 2 blocks thick using the acacia logs. There will be no trapdoors on top. It is simply just a case of, as you can see here, going around the edges and making it 2 blocks wide. So we're going to do this all the way around. The next step after that is to then grab yourself your polished andesite, and the layer below, so basically this stone, is going to be whole polished andesite everywhere. So all in line with this. So one layer down from the wood, again, is going to be polished andesite, and that's going to be for the whole roof. I'm not going to do the actual whole roof itself or fill it in. I will do the outer layer just to kind of signify what it will look like. But of course, I think it's important to note that you don't really want to fill in the roof solid first, because it's going to make the lighting when you're building the interior much more difficult. It's also going to make just the general layout of the interior much more difficult to follow. So I wouldn't recommend filling in the roof solid. If you want to do what I'm doing, which is just adding the outer layer to signify and almost like acknowledge that you've got to do it, then that's probably the thing to do. But outside of that, as you can see, it's just a case of me going around the edges and adding a second layer of the acacia log. So what I'm going to do is I'll pause the video for one final time, and then we'll be back in a moment once we have the outer ring of acacia logs done. And yeah, that will be the build so far, part 1 at least, to the exterior, the structure. And once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. So again, we've got that kind of solid border going around the edge, and then one set down is the actual roof itself, which is going to be filled in solid once we've done with the interior. So that is going to conclude part 1 of the Fazbear Frights FNAF 3 build tutorial. Again, as I said in this video, we're focusing exclusively on the actual exterior structure of the building. In the next part of the video, we're going to be doing a bit of work on the actual front of the building, the exterior. We're also going to be doing some work on the roof and the sign, as well as potentially starting to lay out the interior of the build. There is going to be several parts to this series, so again, I really do hope you enjoyed, and thank you to all those that stuck around to this point in the video. And also, again, a huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video and helping me to produce more regular content. As mentioned at the start of the video, there is going to be a link in the description down below. If you want to check out Skillshare, there will be a link to a free trial, and that applies to the first 1,000 of you who click the link, so again, go check it out. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Again, if you haven't already, please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, a comment with what you want to see on the channel in the future, and if you haven't already and you're part of the 80% who haven't subscribed, please again consider subscribing to help reach the 100,000 subscriber milestone. But apart from that, thank you again. Until next time, my name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine.
through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light